Hello everyone and welcome to Crafty Monday. Hope everyone's well and enjoying this cold weather here in Victoria. It's a little bit cold today. Outside that is, not inside but outside. So today we're doing sketch number 4 and I'm just sharing a few with you because I've got something special coming up in June. And I'm going to be doing some iris folding as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun, a lot to interact with. And yeah, it's going to be Aussie month. June is Aussie month. So something a little bit different to celebrate being an Aussie. Why not? I can't help my themes. I love themes. So our little sketch today is either using a die or not, making windows. Lots of different things come from inspiration when you look at a sketch. So you've got to look at the sketch and sort of think, okay, what can I do with it? But don't take too long to decide. Just pick up those scraps and start placing them. You know, sometimes you might have a square that you just want to cut into 1/2-inch little squares or little lines or strips. You might want to make 1/2 an inch, an inch, or you can go centimeters, 1 centimeter, 1/2 centimeter, 2 centimeters. If you've got a piece that you've got nothing else to do with, you can just cut it up and then start placing it down with 2 sides, because you've got 2 sides to every piece of designer series paper. And that's the good thing. So you can just change it around a little bit. Well, I've picked up some scraps today. They're, some of them are like from the in colour paper, and some are from designer series pattern paper. I think most of these different ones were or from either the 2 types of paper. I sort of put the greens all together because they remind me of they are the new in colour greens. So why not? Let's go with something like that. So that's really cool. The other thing I found in my scrap bin was a couple of dies that I had cut out and hadn't used. So I had a white one, one with the flowers on it too. So you could either leave it exactly like this, or you could even just cut a little bit off each end and have the center bit that you can colour, or you can cut it into strips. There's so many different things that your mind starts going, oh, I could do this, I could do that. Does your mind work that way, or is it just mine? I'm sure it's not just mine. I'm sure everyone sort of thinks, oh, I could do this. And the inspiration comes, and it's just so lovely to have that inspiration from a sketch. Now, don't forget, the sketch goes up at 2 o'clock. You can print the sketches out and you can keep them and make them into a little book. So we've had sketch 1, 2, 3, and we're up to 4. So you can go back and download and print them out. So you've got a nice little book. It gives you tips and ideas on each page as well. So that's a little win-win, little gold nugget, as I call it. So you can print the pages out. And then when you're really lacking inspiration, and you've lost your mojo, you can go back to your sketchbook and have a look at what you've done in the past and what inspiration you might get from the sketch. Okay, because sketches are amazing. They can just trigger off your brain to start thinking outside that box. Okay, so which is really, really good. So I'm going to just share with you what I've sort of done over the last few weeks. I can't remember what we actually started on, but I know I've got a lot over here. That's next week's. Okay, I'll leave them for next week because I think they're next week's ones. Okay, so let me just share what we have done. This was last week's. We did the ripping effect last week. So, and bringing in that vase with flowers, which was just beautiful, or just bringing in one with ripping. You can always add something else if you choose, but you can sort of see the colours that work in this as well. you know, they're not all the same from the same designer series paper. But I had a lot of little scraps and I really, really did want to use them up. And we have used them up, which is fantastic. And this one I also did was an emboss. And we also had these ones, which were beautiful. They're the long stripes that we had, like when you have wider pieces of strips to hang on to. They're beautiful as well. So just gorgeous. And then I wanted to just share this one with you this week because I had this bit and I had this little bit, but I didn't have enough. It didn't go right through. Isn't it funny how sometimes you get a piece of paper, it just doesn't go right through. It's too short. So I put this strip in it and that just sort of covered up the blank line. It didn't look like it was just joined. It looked like it's meant to be. And then I just brought in the die cut and the words, just for you. And this is this beautiful velvet. Oh my God, this designer series paper you don't want to cut up because this is, when you touch it, the flowers here and up here, they feel like velvet. Absolutely beautiful. So lovely. And then I needed to make up a card to go on the front of my going live. So I did this one because I had a lot of scraps and I wanted to use this flower. It was one that I had cut out and hadn't used in something else, and I had a couple of leaves left, so I wanted to use that up. So it's quite amazing when you have something left over, you go, oh, I really would like to use it. And then you have to think what you'd like. There is a bit of this paper in here, but there's lots of different papers in here as well, which is beautiful. And then this one just came because I was working on vellum the other day. And I thought, oh, I love this, and bring in the vellum, but bring in a square that I had, and I embossed it, and then I cut it into different angles and added it to the black matte, which gave it another very different look, but very stunning with this. I haven't put a word on yet, but it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I just love that idea as well. So I wanted to share all them before we just started, because I know towards the end I run out of time. So if you come on and you haven't been here before, my name's Teresa Brown. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Warragul in Victoria. Don't forget to click on your subscribe button so that you get notifications, and subscribe to my club as well, or this one, Crafty Monday, which has been going since COVID, which is really lovely. I think there's 400 or something members in here, which is lovely. And I hope you will get lots of inspiration and ideas from different things. But this sketch idea has been coming for a while, and I've been working on it for a while. So things just don't happen overnight. We've got to work on them. We've got to make sure that they work before we share them with you guys as well. And that's an important thing. So if this is your first time, say hello. If you've been here before, definitely say hello and what you're doing and everything today as well. So let's get started on our sketch number 4. Excuse my hand for just a minute while I get organised. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm just hoping I haven't got light coming out. So like I said, we're doing sketch number 4, and this time it's stripes. So you can do stripes all different ways. So we can actually apply the stripes onto here and add it onto a card front. You can use these as a template as well. Like, you know, you could use the back of this and use that as a template. You could even colour this. I like this one. I think I'll keep that one. But you also, the piece that I cut this out of ages ago, and it's been sitting over there, and I've got some ovals cut out too. It was one that I had embossed, but I hadn't used. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to use it today. So I have things that are cut out, and sometimes they just don't get used, and they sit there over on my bench. But I'm trying to keep my bench clean. My goal this year was to make sure that I use scraps and that I used a clear bench. But I have all these little scraps here too, like because they're double-sided, you're going to get different effects on each side. Some are with flowers, some are with, I don't know, they look like little stepping stones to me, and they've got little flowers on this side. This one's got little dots and big dots, very, very cute. These were left over from, I think, one of these couple of cards that I made up as well, which is coming next week. There was lots of little scraps left over from that. So I'm thinking I might go with some of these today, and I'm going to do it on the back of this. So make sure that you have the way you want your bricks to go, because this is the brick embossing folder. So if you want this as your front, you need to stick them on your back. So how do I do this when you haven't got anything in there? Well, most of these strips are a little bit longer than that because that's how they were. So what we're going to do is we're just going to add, you can use tear tape if you want to, if you don't like the liquid glue, but I'm just going to add some glue around the edge of this square. Okay, just nice and gently, and you don't want to put too much on because you don't want it to leak out. So you want to make sure that you've got a nice edge happening here without it being too much, because you do not want that glue to leak into the square. Okay, so that looks like enough. And then you can sort of just randomly pick up paper and start saying, okay, I'm going to put this down. I'm going to start off with this one up the top, and I'm probably going to come up over my glue bit that I glued, like this. And you can use your grid paper if you want to make sure it's lined up. Okay, so that's another good thing as well, as you can use that grid paper to make sure that your lines are straight, so it doesn't look all crooked. Okay, so I'm going to come in with that one, and I'm going to come in with a flower one. Now this hasn't got a backing on it as yet, okay? And then we can come in with some stripes. Try to keep that straight. This would be good to work actually on the stamping positioner too, because you could use your magnets to hold it. Okay, so that would be a great little tool to use as well. So we've got some spots here. Got some more. We can come in with one of these ones. I think I'll stick to the flower one. And what have we got here? We've got dots. Okay, and then naturally you're going to stick something down the bottom here as well. So you can come in with this one. Okay, so now we've got these patterns all on here and they look really good. So we can put that straight on to our card. It makes it easier. If they're longer pieces, just trim them off. Okay, but I knew these were all short pieces because they've been around for a little while sitting there. So you can work out what colour card you want to do it on. The black always seems to make it pop if you want to bring it in on a black card. If you want to bring it in on a coloured card, you can do that. Like, I'm just going to grab my new in colour. I think I've nearly gone through all my new in colour. So the peaceful pine would look beautiful with this too, because there's a lot of peaceful pine in here. And the one thing I didn't notice is I've put that upside down, but it doesn't really matter. It still looks cool. So we're going to cut this in paper trimmer. So what's everyone been up to today? It's been reasonably cool. Hi, Susan. Good to see you on. I don't know who else is on. Oh, Kay. Hello, Kay. How are you, darling? Good to see you on as well. I don't know if anyone else is on. I can't sort of see at the moment. I can see your names just. You get to look and say, oh, yes, that's that person. So we're going to bring this over and come down. Now, you can mat this as well if you want to. Okay, just got it. I don't know if I've got my bow folder and everything here at the moment because I still haven't put everything back from the other day. So I'm just going to put this in here like this, which would be good. So now I'm just going to add some glue. So when you're adding glue, just add a little bit up each of these, but just in the middle, okay, because you don't want them to leak out through the side. And then come around the edge. Okay, and then you can put this down, sort of center it into the middle of the fold line and the edge of your card here. Now this is a really easy, quick way of getting rid of your scraps. You know, sometimes we just need to get rid of them. We just go, okay, we need to get rid of them. But I did pull out this because this, I reckon, nearly as big. Nearly as big. I thought I could put the word on this because it looks pretty amazing. So I thought, well, I might be able to put the word on this one. So let's just see how it looks. Okay, because I thought, oh, it's got lines and it sort of looks like it's meant to be there a little bit. And I thought it would go well with this. So we could put it that way, or we could put the thicker line to the top. I think the thinner line to the top looks better. Okay, so let's grab out a word. Now, I grabbed out a new stamp set. Oh my God, I had to. I had to. This is so cool. This is the Opulent Oasis, and it's got some beautiful flowers, but it's got this hello friend, best wishes, special thanks, sending happy thoughts. It's got a fantastic die that goes with the new Positioner mat, and I will be sharing this not today, but I'll be sharing this very shortly, which is going to be lovely. I'm excited. It's a new one. I've been waiting for this to come in, and it's finally come in. Oh, they're quite big words. Okay. Hello, friend, I think we'll put on this one. I like all best wishes. Let's put best wishes. It's quite nice writing. I like it. Okay. Let's go best wishes. Pop that there for a minute. We need a block. Best wishes. Okay, and I think I need some ink. Might go down really well. I haven't got any ink over here. Okay, let's grab the nice new ink color ink. Let's go with Perfect Pines because it's all to do with Perfect Pines today. So let's go with this one. This is gorgeous. We'll do another one in a minute. I'm sure we'll have time to do two, I hope. Okay, ink him up. And you can sort of see that the ink, I don't know if you can see that the ink's starting to disappear on it. And that's because it's new and I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to either rub it on my paper like this, like, I'll bring it down a bit so you can see. So I'm going to rub it on my paper like this, or you can rub it on your hand. don't rub it on the back of your hand because that's thin skin and you don't want to do it on your thin skin and make it bleed. So you do want to make sure that the ink's going to attach to the whole lot. That's better. Not gapping this time. Those little gold nuggets really do help when you're putting a card together. And we've got best wishes coming in here. And it's all going to look perfect because it's all in the same colouring. Look at that. It's meant to be. Who loves these new ink pads? Oh my God. They are amazing. And you can bring this in here and you don't even have to mat it because it's got these stripes on it, which is really, really good. So we can glue it down or you can raise it up, whichever way you want to go. That's fine. And just bring it in so it's sort of got the same sort of border around a little bit on the sides. Okay, so you can sort of see that that looks really lovely. It's a very quick, easy card. And we've used scraps on it. Just, you know, scraps that we have laying around. Sometimes you might just have a piece of paper like this laying around that you've had sitting there for ages and you think, what am I going to do with it? Well, I was looking at it and I thought, well, how perfect would that blank piece be to cut out and use for our word? So you can add more to this as well if you want to. You can add some bling to it. You can add ribbon to it. You can add so much more. But I want to keep it simple today for our nice new beginners out there that have been ringing me, texting me and attending my classes. They are just learning. So we need to look after them as well. So I had these. And I looked at this and I thought, well, this would be perfect to do something with as well because it's really cute. So I thought, let's just get the paper trimmer and do two. You have to be a little bit mindful when you do this because when you cut it, you're going to make it longer. Okay, so if you've got a square that you're going to put it into the same size, then you're going to make it longer by cutting it. So what you want to do is you want to cut this at 1. Okay, and then you want to take out a half. You want to take out a half. Move that half out of the way. You want to turn it around and you're going to cut out a 1. Okay, so we've got our top one, our bottom one, and now we're going to take out a half again. That, taking out that little bit, is going to make it sit in your square with your lines. Okay, so you can use this as your background, you can use this as your background. You can just use your card as your background. So let's say if we're doing it on a black card and we've already got our piece cut out like this that we're going to put it into. This is where you want to make sure that you might want to raise this up, but maybe you don't. So we're going to hold it like this. We're going to make sure it's all lined up. I'm going to get my stamper positioner because I find that it's easier to work with the magnets. Especially at the moment. I've been working with this and I'm starting to get used to it, I think. Like, getting too used to using it. No, I love it. I love it because there's so much you can do with it now. I don't know why that's all out of plumb. Okay, so just, oh yeah, we've got lots on here, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put these back into the little holes so it doesn't move around as much. Okay, so when you're doing this, it's is easier, and sometimes I turn this around this way so I can work on it. It just gives you like a second pair of fingers, and I can put my magnet on there. And you can sort of see whether your border's straight. And it looks pretty straight now. We've got the same sort of border around. Okay, so we're going to go with our top piece in now. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on here. If you haven't got one of these stamper positioners, I tell you what, it's been a lifesaver for me. I never used to use one at all, but since I had a stroke when I had the heart attack and I lost the feelings in my right hand, it's been a blessing because I can actually use it as a little bit of spare fingers for me. So I'm going to put the top one up and I'm going to put the bottom one on, especially when you've been... So we're going to put these in. So even though this was a square scrap, well, we're just making it look a little bit different, okay? Just giving it a little bit of a highlight through here. We can still colour it, which is really great because we've got the black background. And then I can line this up and make sort of the same 0.5 between here and here. Okay, that looks pretty the right way. And you can sort of see that the flowers are joining up a little bit as there as well. So that's really good. So you can take that off now. That's your, like your template. If you want to leave this on, you can. But if you decide you don't want to, you don't have to. And then you can just open this up and colour your flowers. And I'm just going to, once again, use my magnets to hold it for me. And I'm going to come in with a new in colour. This is the Barley Brush. Yum, yum, yum. So that's coming with this nice colour here. And we're going to colour this in. Don't you love it when you get new blends? They're so lovely to work with. If you want to build your colour up, you can let it dry and you can add colour, or you can come in with your darker one if you want to as well, because this one's the light, and you can come in with your darker one if you want to. Okay, so we've got that one there, and we're going to come in with another in colour, and this one is the light golden glow. Oh my God, how gorgeous is that? So we just want to come in with this one. Who's loving the new in colours? Aren't they just beautiful? I wasn't sure at first. When I first saw them, I thought, don't know. But I tell you what, since I've been using them, oh my God, I just love them. Okay, so you can choose to do this with another one as well. So you can say, all right, I'm going to come up and do this one with this colour as well. And you can do that. Is there something special we're going to do on this, I think? And then we can do this one down here as well if we want to. Okay, and then we can come in with some green for the leaves. This is the soft sea foam, and it's just a beautiful soft green. I just love it with these new in colours. They just all work in so well together. So that's a good thing. Okay, we've got a leaf up here and a bit of a leaf there. And I think we've done all the leaves. It's funny, you look at it and you think, yeah, I've done everything, and then when you go back, you have it. And then I'm going to use Pool Party as well, because I like the light Pool Party on the flowers as well there. It's a very soft colour as well, and I do like that. Okay. And we can add a bit of Pool Party down here. And we could even add this one as a Pool Party flower up here. Okay, and maybe just down there. Okay, so we've sort of got the colours happening there. Now let me go and get the special things that we haven't opened yet, that we wanted to open, but we haven't yet. They're coming. What? Oh my God. Look. Shimmer brushes. Over the on Friday I had a lot of the girls in for in-home class, and I tell you what, Michelle won these as my special hostess gift reward during the pick a number, and she was so excited. So when you get these and they're new, you need to take this little white thing out of them. So you need to unwind it. And when you unwind it, it sort of releases. Once you take that out, the little piece that will pierce the inside now to make it, when you squeeze it back, hold it tight, it will pierce the inside so the ink starts coming out. Now you can give it a shake, and I'm just trying to work out where I can do this. Give it a shake, and there's a little button here that says push. So you push. Oh, I'm trying to work out how I can hold it that way. So just push it, shake it, push, shake it, push. Now you can start seeing it coming out. Can you start seeing it coming out of the brush now? So just keep shaking and pushing until you start getting that come through. Now we can go back over our leaves with this nice new colour of shim and shim up our leaves. It's not a glitter pen, it's a shim. Okay, people get glitter pens and shims mixed up. A shim is just a colour with a shim of glitter, or a shim of diamantes or glitter. A glitter pen is, the whole pen is glittered. Okay, so very different in the way you use them. So lovely to use. And I like my Stampin' Positioner because I can turn it around and I can control what I want to colour. And I'm not putting my hand on my work. How often do we work actually on the card itself? This is working on the card itself. I've already stuck it to the card. So not very often. Okay, and I think there's a little bit just up here. So we've got that. So we've got that beautiful shim happening there in the, the Peaceful Pines. They do have the name on it here. Okay, so they do have the name on it. When you store these, you want to store them horizontal like this. Okay, don't store them that way, just store them horizontal. Give them a good shake before you use them. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit more, we have the beautiful Hydrangea Hue. Oh my God, how gorgeous is this colour? Who likes this colour? This is gorgeous. Hi Brenda, good to see you on. So we're just going to shake this. We're going to take out our white piece again. Now, the little tip that I learned is to put these into a little container, these white pieces, because when you're traveling, if you put them back in and then squeeze your pen back together, from what I hear, they won't leak. So I don't know, I haven't tried it yet, but it was something that I heard. So I thought, good tip. If it works, it's a good tip. Okay. Just keep shaking and pushing that in. There. Sometimes I've got to come over to my left hand to give it a good push. Get that ink starting to come through now. And you can sort of see that it's starting to come through. Give it another good shake. Okay, it's starting to come through. Once you get it starting to work, it's fine. Okay, so now we can come in and we can highlight a little bit of our flowers here as well. Not all of it, but you can just highlight a little bit of your blue flowers. Leave that little bit of pool party there. But you can just highlight coming into the flowers a little bit. So I've got a little bit of blue over here as well we can highlight. Beautiful pens to use, I tell you, absolutely beautiful. It just glides on it. And then we've got the last colour that we've used on here as well. Well, we've got two colours here. So we've got the Crisp Cantaloupe, which is this colour. So we can use this one next. And I will probably just keep one of these bags and put all these white little caps into this bag so that they're always there if I need them. Okay, so once again, undo, pull the little cap off and screw back on really tight because that way it will pierce it. Okay, give it a shake and push. Okay, so you need to push it so it starts coming out. Give it a shake. And just keep pushing it. You can sort of see it starting to come out. Okay, it's starting to come out, so. Oh. And just keep moving it backwards and forwards on your paper like this until it comes right out. And then you can come and highlight in the areas where you want to highlight on your card. Absolutely beautiful. Give it a bit of a highlight in here. Okay, oh, we've got a little bit over this side as well, so we can do a little bit on this one. Okay, and then we've got the last one, which is, does anyone know what colour that one is? I haven't used all 5, I've got one missing. But I'm using the 4 that I've used today, and this is the Barley Lush. Give it a good shake. This one, I can feel the ink moving around in a little bit more, so that might be a good thing. It might be a bit thinner. So just once again, make sure that you do it up nice and tight and get that push button. So you're going to push it right in here. There's a push thing here. So you're going to push that. Okay. Just keep pushing it. Shake and push. It just takes a few minutes to get it going to start off with. Okay. Now it's starting to come out. It's blowing bubbles at me, so it's starting to come out. So you can sort of see how it's working in the brush there. How it's starting to come down. Okay, so we're going to come over this one and give it a bit of shimmer on the inside. Now I haven't got as much on this one, so I'm going to shimmer over it because that's our focus one. And you can sort of see then it's shimmered. Okay, so just roll your brush, make sure that it sits, but you can sort of see, I'll take that off there, sort of see how gorgeous that looks by just shimmering it. Now it's your choice then whether you put the cover over it or whether you you don't. Okay, so once you've got it like this, you can just then put a banner across it if you want to, like this on the card, or you can come back and dress it up more by using dimensions and bringing this up as well, which we're going to do today. I'm just going to put them over there with my other ones. And have I got dimensions here? No, they're over on the bench. Okay. Got a couple of these strip ones that were in one of the left over from one of my kits, which are fantastic. So I'm going to use these strips today. When you're using these strips, just make sure that you don't do it too tight. You want to make sure it just lays down on the card. You don't want to do it tight or it will pull the card, okay, and it will bend it. So you just want to do it nice and loose, just so it falls down nice and loose. And I've got another one I can put along the bottom here. Now this would make a fantastic shaker card too, but I haven't got time to show you that today. Oh, because looking at the time now, I realise that we're just gone over just a fraction. Sorry about that, guys. And you can just put this piece up here. And then you've got another little piece here that you can put down here. Okay, so let's pull this off. I don't know where half an hour goes, but my God, it goes fast. Who thinks half an hour goes fast, or is it just me? Oh, I'm sure it goes fast. Okay. So we're going to come down and I'm just going to line that up to my square. And you can sort of see now that it's sitting over it. Already it changes the look by just bringing a cover over it like that. Okay, so that looks really lovely. And then you can just work out whether you want a black strip and a white strip for your sentiment. Okay, I'm going to come up here. Oh. Okay. So let's have a look at where's the other card we made today? Here it is. So this was the first one we made. We did it on the back of the white, and we did the stamping on the scrap piece of the designer series paper, which is really lovely. And then this one, we actually brought in the black and white paper and we coloured it, which is really lovely. And then this one I wanted to just show you, if you cut it down even more into more strips, you get that 3D effect as well. So there's different ways that you can do it. Just depends on what scraps you have. Don't think about it too much, just go for it. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the cards that we've shared today. And I'll see you all later on. And don't forget to check out the sketch at 2 p.m. and make your card and put it in underneath the comments on the sketch page. God bless you, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.